I found out a while ago that my job was probably not going to last much longer. Hello everybody, what's up today? Still struggling, still trying to figure out what I'm going to do each day to prepare for this eventual loss of job, right? But I was thinking today about, when I go to work each day, I'm thinking about it. It's like I feel like I'm the only one that's thinking about this at work. I walk around the station and I see other people, and it doesn't seem like anybody else is like thinking about the future of what they're going to do or anything like that. It's not even talked about. It's not even a thought. It almost seems like people at my job are just not realizing or not thinking about what's going to happen. And it's weird, maybe in their own personal time, they're struggling, thinking about it as well. But when you're at your job, I don't see that around the station at all. I don't see people thinking about it, talking about it. They're just going on like it's a daily routine, like there's nothing going to happen. And it's weird. Sometimes I go in and I'm like, am I the only one that's thinking about this every day? I can't be the only one that's thinking about this, right? Maybe they're on their own time and they're thinking about it, but me, I think about it all the time. Like, maybe because I've been there so long, but there's a guy that's been there 37 years, right? So he's 10 years more than me. And I don't even hear him, talking about it too much. I've heard him mention, like, oh, this ain't the same company I used to work for and this and that. And I agree. It's not, because they used to take care of us much better. But I never heard him thinking about, like, about what's going on for the future of this company. I mean, he talks about, like, he can't retire. He wants to retire. He wish he could retire, but the health benefits are so much that he has to stay working just to keep them and this and that. So that's why he's staying. But I never heard him talk about, like, the end is coming soon, or when is the end, or how much longer do I have? It's weird. I feel like I'm the only one that's, like, thinking about it. Maybe I'm just paranoid or something. I don't know. But it's happening. Like, it's not like it's a definite thing that's going to happen, but I don't see nobody else talking about it like that. And it's weird, kind of weird, but anyway. So I was thinking about that this morning when I got up and went to work and started looking at people. And I'm just like, am I the only one who's, like, seeing this happening, or is maybe it's just something weird about me? I'm like, what's going on? But it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. But I've been 27 years safe driving, no accidents. And I want to tell you a story about when I first started. I was about 2 years in. I was working Tuesday through Saturday. And I know it's a Saturday because it was that route, that area was my Saturday route. This is in another station 25 years ago, I guess it would be, right? So we had this small Grumman. It's a taller truck, smaller truck. And I wasn't used to this truck. I think it was a new one, or not a new one, but I'm saying it was a different one than that I usually take out on a Saturday. This one was just put in my spot and I took it out. So I was going to do a delivery. I parked. And this is how close I was to not having 27 years safe driving. Almost lost it 2 years in. So I guess I'll be technically 25 years if it did happen. But so I parked the truck, and it wasn't on a steep hill. It was on a small incline. Usually if it's on a steep hill, I'll put the emergency brake on, every time when it's on a steep hill. If it's on a flat or just like a little bit of a incline or whatever, then I won't even bother. I'll just put it in park, go do delivery, and come back. So I get to the stop. I park my truck. The car in front of me is probably about, I would say 10 to 15 feet in front of me, right? Enough, more than enough time, than, more than enough space to me to park there and then pull out when I'm done. So I park, put it in park, go to the back. Now, usually when I go to the back, you see this bulkhead door right here? It's similar in the Grumman. I usually close it. As soon as I go to the back, I usually close it and then go grab the package and then go to deliver the package. For some reason, in this moment, I left it open. And God is just a miracle. Like, for some reason, he puts things in you without even thinking about it. He just instinctively, he just puts things in you to do something that you wouldn't normally do, but you do it. So God, for some reason, God had me leave that door open while I was looking for the package, and thank God that he did. So I went in the back and I'm looking for the package, and I feel the truck. I'm like, this is weird. If you're in the back, you shouldn't be feeling the truck like swaying or something like that, right? So I was like, weird. So I look at the front of my truck and I see the car in front is moving, and it's moving towards me. And I'm thinking about, is that car moving or am I moving? And then I realized there's no reverse lights on that car. I'm the one moving. So I was like, no, I jumped back to the front. I get into the seat. I put the thing it was in park already. I'm jammed on the parking brake, pulled the, what do you call that? I stepped on the brake and I pulled the parking brake as hard as I could, and it stopped. It wasn't going fast, it was going very slow. But when I looked outside to get out, I was about 2 feet away from the car. Like, literally, I went from like 10 to 15 feet to 2 feet away from the car. Now, if that bulkhead door, this door right here, was closed while I was in the back, there's no way I would have seen what was going on, and I would have made it to stop the truck in time before it hits that car. So that technically would have been my first accident and my only accident ever at my company, right? So I thank God that I left it open. And usually I don't. Usually when I go in the back, I close the door right away, get my package, and go do delivery. And something, you know what? Sometimes you just, without even realizing, you instinctively just do something that your mind and your God is telling you to do, and you don't even realize why. But thank God that I did that day, because I definitely would have hit the car. If I closed that door, I definitely would have hit it. But yeah, that was probably my only near miss. I've had some times where I was delivering in the snow, where you're driving in the snow and your truck just slides. Like, I'm going down the hill. I remember this one time I was going down the hill sliding and it was like one of those slow slides where you're just like, and I thought I was gonna hit a pole, but luckily my truck was sliding so slow that eventually when it hit the curb, it just stopped. It was like scraping the curb for a minute and it just stopped, because I thought I was going to go straight into a pole and hit the pole or something like that, but it didn't. It just slid into the curb and then eventually just stopped when I was hitting the brakes. But yeah, the snow, I definitely do not like driving in the snow, because it can get slippery quick. And our trucks are all rear wheel drive, so you have no steering whatsoever. You have to just hope that your truck goes in the direction it's going. You can't turn too hard. You can't do anything like that, because the rear wheels is, it's not going to help you much. I remember there was another time where I was trying to go up this hill, and that's when I knew after that, I got to go back to the station. We're done. We can't drive anymore. And that's when they actually called us and told everybody to get off the road. But it was so bad. I was trying to go up this hill, and it wasn't a steep hill, but I was trying to go up the hill. And I thought I had enough speed to make it up. You know how when you're in snowy conditions and it's icy, snowy, you figure out, I'm going to gas it up enough to get up the hill, and hopefully you get up to the hill and you're good. Well, I thought I gassed it enough to get it up to that hill. Unfortunately, I did not gas it up enough, because as soon as I got midway, my truck was just sliding. And now I'm sliding like left and right. And luckily it was like a big road. It wasn't like a small road. It was actually a big road. It was a 2-lane, double-lane road. So I was sliding and my truck was like, I'm gassing it as hard as I can, and it's just like turning, sliding, going, sliding. And eventually, after like 10 minutes, I make it to the top of the thing, and it finally goes over there and just goes. And I was like, that's it. I'm bringing it. Even before they announced that to everybody get off the road, they probably had some accidents, who knows. But before they announced it, in my head, I was already, I'm done. I'm taking this in. We're done today. So as soon as I got up to the top, I was already, I had my mindset of going in. And it wasn't like, I was already driving in. It was like 2 minutes later where we got messages to bring it in. I was like, yeah, I'm bringing it in anyway. I'm not staying out here much longer. But yeah, so that was a day in my life of almost getting an accident and treacherous days in the snow. Not a good job for that, but I still love my job though. I would take it over anything else, except maybe YouTube and cookies if that's the future. Anyway, subscribe to the channel. I hope you liked the video, and leave your comments below. Do you drive for a living? If you do you drive through snow? Do you have to deal with this mess every day? And if you do deliveries, or if you're doing driving, DoorDash, whatever, comment below. What's your what part of your day is the worst or hardest, or what you've gone through? Leave comments about what your hardest day at your job is. I love to read them as much as well. So leave a comment below. I'll go read them. Take care.